The African sun beats down with relentless intensity on the Okavango Delta, a shimmering expanse of life in the heart of Botswana. It's a land of stark contrasts, where emerald waters meet parched earth, and where the cycle of life and death plays out in dramatic fashion every single day. The sun's golden rays illuminate a landscape teeming with creatures great and small, all vying for their place in this intricate web of existence. And here in this vibrant yet unforgiving realm, a queen reigns, Tsebe, the lioness matriarch of the Marsh Pride. She is a figure of immense power and authority, her presence commanding respect from all who cross her path. With every step she moves with a quiet confidence, her muscles rippling beneath her tawny coat, her head held high as she surveys her domain. The Pride members watch her with unwavering trust, drawing strength from her leadership. Cubs tumble at her feet, learning the ways of the wild under her vigilant gaze, while adult lions defer to her decisions, knowing she alone holds the wisdom to guide them through hardship. Even the other creatures of the savannah, antelopes, zebras, and elephants, sense her dominance, pausing in their routines as she passes, aware of the balance she maintains in this delicate ecosystem. Tsebe's amber eyes scan the horizon, ever watchful for threats but also for opportunities. She is the heart of the Marsh Pride, the force that unites them, and the living embodiment of the wild's enduring spirit. In her, the Pride finds not just a leader, but a protector, a teacher, and a symbol of hope in a land where survival is never guaranteed. Her amber eyes, pools of ancient wisdom and unwavering resolve, have witnessed floods that transform the dry savanna into a watery paradise, bringing life and abundance to the land. She has seen the waters rise and fall, shaping the landscape and dictating the rhythm of life for all who depend on it. Droughts that parch the earth and test the limits of survival, turning lush grasslands into barren wastelands. These periods of scarcity demand resilience and cunning, pushing even the strongest creatures to their breaking point, and the relentless struggle for survival that defines life in the African wilderness. Every day is a battle, a constant negotiation with the forces of nature, and the ever-present threat of predators and rivals. Each scar on her body, etched into her tawny hide, is a story of battles fought, territories defended, and hunts survived against all odds. They are a testament to her strength, her courage, and her unwavering determination to protect her pride. Danger is everywhere. It lurks in the shadows, hyenas prowl with their unsettling laughter, their eyes glinting with opportunistic hunger. Leopards lurk, masters of stealth and ambush, their spotted coats blending seamlessly with the dappled light of the forest. And rival lions threaten her domain, their roars echoing across the savannah, a constant reminder of the challenges she faces. These are battles for dominance, for territory, and for the very survival of her pride. Tsebe's life is a constant test of strength, resilience, and cunning. She must be a skilled hunter, a fierce warrior, and a wise leader to navigate the complexities of her world. Today the stakes are higher than ever, the air thick with anticipation and the scent of potential danger. Hidden in a thicket, nestled amongst the dense vegetation, are her 3 cubs, vulnerable and dependent on her protection. They are the future of the Marsh Pride, the embodiment of her hopes and dreams, and the reason she fights so fiercely. Every hunt, every patrol of her territory, every growl directed at a potential threat is, for them, a testament to her unwavering maternal instinct. Her world is a mosaic of breathtaking beauty and unimaginable hardship, a place where life flourishes and struggles in equal measure. It's a realm where peace is fleeting, a precious commodity easily shattered, and where constant vigilance is the key to survival. She is more than just a predator, a hunter driven by instinct. She is a mother, fiercely devoted to her offspring, a protector, standing guard against the dangers that surround her family, and the embodiment of the untamed spirit of the wild, a symbol of resilience and strength. The marsh teems with life, a vibrant tapestry of flora and fauna, but such abundance brings fierce competition from every corner, a constant struggle for resources and dominance. Tsebe's story is not just one of survival against the odds, of enduring hardship and overcoming adversity, but of a mother's unwavering love, a bond that transcends the harsh realities of the African wilderness. It's a testament to the power of family in one of Earth's most challenging and unforgiving landscapes. In this land, her legacy is not etched in stone but written in every step she takes, in every life she protects, and in the future of the Marsh Pride. The Marsh Pride clings to a fragile existence with Tsebe as its anchor. Nomadic males threaten daily, their arrival a harbinger of violence. They kill cubs to claim territory, forcing Tsebe to live in constant vigilance. The land itself is an adversary. Floods disperse prey, and hunger gnaws at the pride. Hyenas, not just scavengers but bold hunters, challenge lions for every meal. Tsebe must decide when to fight and when to retreat, always weighing the risk to her cubs. Every day brings new dangers: snakes, crocodiles, infection. For the cubs, these threats are magnified. They are utterly dependent on their mother. A moment's inattention could be fatal. Tsebe's life is a relentless patrol, a constant shield against the perils of her kingdom. In this world, survival is never guaranteed. Raising cubs here is the ultimate test of a lioness. Tsebe's 3 cubs are her joy and her constant worry. She hides them for weeks, risking everything each time she leaves to hunt. Her own needs come second. Every kill is for her cubs. Injury or failure means disaster for her family. As the cubs grow, their curiosity becomes a new danger. Tsebe must teach them to survive, how to stalk, what to fear, and when to run. Lessons are learned in the lethal arena of the savannah. Her love is fierce, her fear constant, her responsibility immense. The survival of her cubs is the measure of her success as queen. As the first rays of dawn paint the African savannah in hues of gold and amber, a new day begins, fraught with challenges and uncertainties. The air is crisp, carrying the scent of dew-kissed grass and the distant promise of life. Driven by the primal need to feed her young, hunger gnaws at Tsebe, a resilient lioness. She guides her cubs, their tiny paws padding softly against the earth, toward a distant buffalo herd, a potential lifeline in this unforgiving landscape. The journey is long and the cubs, still unsteady on their feet, struggle to keep pace. But their path is abruptly blocked by a swollen river, a churning torrent of muddy water, a formidable barrier standing between them and survival. Recent rains have transformed the once gentle stream into a raging force of nature. The river, while manageable for the powerful Tsebe, poses a deadly threat to her vulnerable cubs. Its currents are strong, its depths unknown, and the dangers lurking beneath the surface are ever present. She hesitates at the water's edge, her amber eyes scanning the murky depths. Tsebe knows that crocodiles, ancient predators, lie in wait, their eyes gleaming just beneath the surface, ready to snatch any unsuspecting prey. The risk is immense, the stakes impossibly high. Suddenly, a new threat arises. The wind shifts, carrying with it the unmistakable scent of nomadic males, rival lions on the prowl, their presence a harbinger of violence and death. Tsebe tenses, her senses on high alert. Danger is closing in from all sides, a tightening noose around Tsebe and her cubs. The savannah, once a place of potential sustenance, has become a battleground. Panic surges through Tsebe as the imposing figures of the male lions emerge from the tall grass, their muscular bodies radiating power and aggression. Their intent is clear: to claim this territory as their own, to eliminate any potential rivals, and to assert their dominance over the pride. The cubs represent a threat to their lineage, making them targets. Trapped between the treacherous river and the approaching threat, Tsebe is forced to make an impossible decision, a choice that will determine the fate of her family. Every fiber of her being screams for a solution, but time is running out. With a surge of maternal urgency, she nudges and urges her cubs into the churning water, hoping against hope that they can make it to the other side. 2 of the cubs bravely plunge into the river, their small bodies struggling against the current, but the smallest hesitates, paralyzed by fear, clinging to the riverbank. The nomadic males continue their relentless advance, their eyes fixed on Tsebe and her vulnerable cubs, their intentions growing clearer with each passing second. Tsebe faces an agonizing dilemma, a Sophie's choice in the heart of the African wilderness. She could stand and fight, defending her cubs with every ounce of her strength, but she knows that against these powerful males, she would likely lose, and all would perish. Or she could flee, leading the stronger cubs to safety, but in doing so she would be forced to abandon the smallest, the most vulnerable, to a certain death. Her maternal instinct, the deepest and most powerful force within her, clashes violently with the cold, brutal reality of survival in the wild. Every second is precious, every moment a torment. Any choice she makes will carry a devastating cost, a tragedy etched forever in her memory. The river, once a source of life, has become a crucible of fear, a stage for a heart-wrenching drama of sacrifice and survival. In the unforgiving realm of the wild, even a queen, a symbol of power and strength, is forced to confront the harsh realities of existence, to make choices that tear at the very fabric of her being, choosing between heartbreak and a sliver of hope for the future. The air crackles with tension. Every rustle of leaves, every distant call, amplifies the impending danger. Time slows to a crawl, each second stretching into an eternity. The weight of the moment presses down, heavy and suffocating. Tsebe, a mother lioness, finds herself caught in an impossible situation. She stands as a fierce guardian, a wall of muscle and teeth between her precious cub and the approaching males. These are nomadic lions driven by instinct and hunger, and they represent a grave threat to her family. She could fight. Every fiber of her being screams for her to defend her young, to unleash the fury that lies dormant within. Her claws extend, digging into the earth, and her muscles coil, ready to spring. But she knows, with a chilling certainty, that a direct confrontation would mean certain death, not just for her, but for all her cubs. The odds are overwhelmingly stacked against her. The nomadic males are stronger, more numerous, and driven by a primal need to dominate. Her two braver cubs, sensing the danger, are already halfway across the treacherous river, their small bodies battling the strong current. They are struggling, their youthful energy waning against the relentless flow, but they have a chance, a sliver of hope in this desperate situation. Each stroke is a testament to their will to survive. But her smallest son, paralyzed by fear, remains on the bank, his tiny body trembling. He cries out, a heart-wrenching sound that pierces the tense atmosphere. It's a sound that shatters her resolve, a primal plea that tears at the very core of her being. The sound of pure, unadulterated fear. The nomadic lions are almost upon them, their shadows lengthening as they close in, their intentions clear and merciless. The choice before Tsebe is agonizing, a Sophie's choice of the wild. Every possible outcome weighs heavily on her heart. She could stay and save her smallest cub, but in doing so, she would lose the other two to the river and the approaching males. Or she could abandon the one and attempt to save the two already battling the current. A gamble with devastating consequences. With a final, sorrowful glance, a silent promise of eternal regret, Tsebe makes her impossible decision and turns away from her smallest cub, a sacrifice that will haunt her forever. Driven by a mother's instinct, she plunges into the churning river, her powerful body cutting through the water. It is a sacrifice born of desperate love, a testament to the unbreakable bond between a mother and her young. She swims with unwavering determination towards her remaining cubs, her eyes fixed on their struggling forms. Shielding them from the relentless current, she uses her body as a bulwark against the river's fury. The sounds of loss and the approaching pursuit echo behind her, a constant reminder of the cubs she left behind and the danger that still looms. She cannot afford to look back, to dwell on the agonizing choice she was forced to make. Her focus is solely on survival, on guiding her remaining cubs to safety. Her terrible choice, though born of pain, is now a shield for the future, a desperate act of love that may secure the survival of her bloodline. In the unforgiving realm of the wild, even the purest love demands the ultimate sacrifice, a constant negotiation with fate where every decision carries the weight of life and death. On the far bank, Tsebe's two cubs collapse, exhausted. Behind them, the fate of the smallest cub is sealed, the nomadic males erase his brief life. The savannah absorbs the tragedy without pause. Tsebe licks her surviving cubs, her actions mechanical, her eyes haunted. Grief settles over her, heavier than any physical burden. She lets out a mournful call, a lament lost in the vastness of the marsh. In the days that follow, Tsebe is changed. Her vigilance is relentless, her hunts more daring, her defense more savage. The memory of her loss fuels a desperate resolve. She moves her cubs constantly, never staying in one place. The softness of early motherhood is gone, replaced by hardened determination. She is shaping survivors, forged in the fire of her own sorrow. Her pain becomes their shield. Tsebe's sacrifice begins to bear fruit. With only two cubs, her resources stretch further. They grow stronger, faster. Her grief remains, but her focus sharpens. The cubs thrive, learning from her every move. They become silent, watchful, and brave. Tsebe is raising not just offspring, but the future of the pride. The young male shows the makings of a king, his sister, a master huntress. The world is still dangerous, but Tsebe is smarter, more cautious. Her leadership draws the pride back together. Her sacrifice preserved not just two lives, but the future of the marsh pride. In this world, leadership is defined by the burdens one bears. Seasons pass. Tsebe's cubs are now powerful sub-adults. The young male stands tall, his mane darkening. His sister mirrors Tsebe's strength. They are living proof her sacrifice was not in vain. Tsebe's pride is quiet, her legacy secure. The young male will soon seek his own territory. The female will become a matriarch. Tsebe's story is a parable of survival, love, and loss. Her sacrifice was not a failure but the ultimate act of motherhood. In the marsh, her courage endures. Today, Tsebe rests beneath a sausage tree, her 2 grown cubs nearby. The danger has passed and peace settles over the marsh. Tsebe is more than a survivor. She is a victor, her spirit unbroken. Her story is a reminder of the wild's delicate balance, beauty and brutality intertwined. The memory of her lost cub lingers, a scar and a lesson. Her legacy is not just in her children, but in the choice she made. Love in the wild is fierce, demanding, and sometimes heartbreaking. Tsebe's journey is one of hope and resilience. She is the matriarch of the marsh, her legacy etched into the soul of the wild. In the heart of Africa, her story endures.